All right, hello everyone. Hope you all are having a great week. I wanted to do a video about ArchBang. I have installed it to hardware, and I hate to admit this, but I replaced my OpenBSD partition with ArchBang. Messing around with ArchBang and VirtualBox just kind of made me want to delve a little deeper, so I installed it on my computer. Couldn't replace Nutix, no way. Couldn't replace Linux. And I didn't want to add more partitions onto my hard drive, so I decided for now I replaced OpenBSD. So I wanted to do this video to kind of rectify some bad information that I gave people. I did make it known in the previous video that I didn't read any documentation, and I just assumed that that the Zen installer that was included in ArchBang had probably been reconfigured in order to install ArchBang. And when that didn't work, I was a little perplexed. And now that I've actually read some documentation, I pretty much feel like an idiot. So I want to correct some mistakes I made in the first video. And let me go ahead and pull up just so you can see. And hey, it's always a good thing to read documentation. If you're doing it on your own, you're not putting a video out for other people to see so that they can see what an idiot you are. It's not a big deal. But it's always good to read documentation. So let's pull up. Alright, this is from June, and Mr. Green wrote he's had a few requests for a network-based flexible installer, and he came across the Zen installer, and he emailed the developer, and he has included it now, I guess, just to test it out, and it does work. It's not meant to install ArchBang, it's just meant to install Arch, and we'll look at another post that he made that clarifies that even further. Alright, beta version includes a Zen installer. Now I have noticed he has a brand new post where he has uploaded a new ISO. I've not downloaded the newest ISO. I don't know if it includes the Zen installer or not. But the whole purpose of him including the Zen installer was just to install Arch Linux. It was not meant to install ArchBang. So he was just giving some users who had made a request to him, he was giving them an option on his ISO to install actual, plain Arch. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want to cover, let me minimize this. I really feel like a complete idiot. In the previous video, I was looking at the file manager. I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but I don't do any prep work for my videos. I just kind of wing it as it goes. And I was over here looking around. I said, usually over here in the sidebar, it'll have applications, but it's not showing over here. And I didn't even think right here, directory tree, that's what's showing. Go to places, and there's applications. Oh, I felt so foolish. I don't know who the person is that keeps disliking my videos, but I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Okay, so that really did make me feel pretty foolish once I realized what was going on there. I noticed in that blog that Mr. Green does for ArchBang, he had someone created a new logo for him. So I downloaded that logo. It had a kind of an off-white background, so I got rid of that so it'd be transparent, and made me a little basic wallpaper. One other thing, I was I was looking at some configuration files, and I was going to comment out a line or two, and every time I tried it, it was not making the hash symbol. It was making I believe the British pound symbol. I don't know what's going on. I know I installed this, and what it is, I found this by accident. Let's see, in the desktop folder, I believe Mr. Green has included this little guide here. And if you open that, oh, by the way, I installed LeafPad instead of that L3 AFPad. I'm just so used, I don't like having to type L3 AFPad whenever I need to use it. Anyway, all the way down here at the bottom, I believe it is. Alright, it says for the desktop keyboard layout live, and I'm assuming that meant in the live session. He has in the auto start file set XKB map GB Great Britain, and there it says change GB to your keyboard layout. I don't know if that's just supposed to be taking place in the live session, but I do know it carried over into the installed system. So you might want to keep that in mind. I'll just show that to you real quick. Right here, I changed mine to US just to be safe. I was just going to comment it out and try it, but I decided I would just change it to US and be done with that. Any other little niggles? No. Now what I've done, let me go, I've done a little configuration to this, not a whole lot. Open box. Now if you notice, I have icons here. This is PMenu. This is the PMenu pipe menu. What I've done, I went to PMenu and obmenu-generator. I've got both of those installed on the system, but here I did save the original ArchBang. I did add a little to it. Let's see. That was the original one right there. I did a little bit of configuration to it. Let me see if I can, yeah. The applications menu, this was Arch applications menu. I changed that to LXDE so that I could get things like customized look and feel and obconf, so that those items would show in the menu. I'm not sure why they don't show when you're using the Arch applications menu, but LXDE menu works fine. And it also added, well, here, I'll just do it. What I did, I made these menus, this menu folder, and I have PMenu, I have PMenu and the original ArchBang menu, so that if I ever want to, just switch around, I can just come over here, grab that one, copy it, and go back to the open box folder, paste it in there, override it, do a reconfigure, and now this is the original menu that came with ArchBang. However, I also Well, let me show you real quick what you get. I'll close this out. If you want to try PMenu, just do a search. Just type in PMenu GitLab, and you can download it right here. See this little cloud? Download it in whatever type you want. I downloaded the zip file. I'll show you what you get for those who may not be familiar with it. Okay, downloads. Alright, here's your zip file. You unzip it, untar it, whatever you want to do to it, and you end up with this folder. And it has this install script. I don't use the install script. I put the PMenu py. This is a Python script. I put that in user bin. And here is an optional start menu with a GNOME foot. But what that is, you can add this to your Tent 2 panel if you want, and it's just a small menu with all of your categories and everything. Let's see if we can change that foot. Distributor logo. Let me move this over so we can see. Distributor logo Arch. See if that works. Nope. Okay. Arch Linux. Try that. Oh, there we go. And of course you can change that to any logo you want, but that's what you would need to do. You can put this in like local share applications and then add it to your Tent 2 panel and have a little start menu there. But I also installed obmenu-generator, and let me show. I give directions or instructions on how to install obmenu-generator on my little rinky-dink website, Mio Linux Accessories. And it had been several years since I've used Arch. I had instructions for Debian and Arch, and I make a note here, for Arch systems, obmenu-generator is available through the AUR. However, as long as you have base devel installed, you don't have to use it in, or use the one from the AUR. You can just install it and run it without having to rely on the AUR. And I discovered, originally I just had, you needed to install git and cpan minus, and when I installed it I realized I also needed these two items, make and GTK2 Perl. So I will put a link for anybody interested. I'll put a link in the description if you want to use these instructions, and it still works fine. I'll go ahead and open that and create the menu, obmenu-generator -p -i. Now that I, that's going to include icons. Oh, I'm glad I just said that because it reminded me of something very important. Alright, a dynamic menu has been created, and here is the obmenu-generator menu. Didn't have to go through the AUR to get it going. Icons. If you want icons in your menu on ArchBang, very important. Let's see if I have OpenBox RC. Let me go full screen with this, make it a little easier to see. Very important. I was trying to get icons working and it wasn't working, then it dawned on me, oh, the RC file. Okay, let's see. Was that where it was? Animate icon. Nope, that's not it. Come on down. I think it's is it? There we go. Right down here at the bottom. If you want icons in your menu, you need to come down here to the very bottom right here. This was no. So just change that to yes, save it, and then you can get icons working in your menu. Okay, anything else? If you do use the obmenu-generator, you're going to have to change a few things, like click this file manager here. That's not going to work. Run command, it's calling for GM run. You'll need to edit that. Lock, that's not going to work. And I'm not going to click exit because that will open box exit. So let me show you what you need to do. Go to open your file manager, show hidden files, go to config, and this is an actual folder you have to create. And this is the one that shows what's in the actual menu itself. You also need to come to this config PL and do a couple of edits. Let's see, just kind of scroll down. This comes set out of the box to use Genie. Just change that to LeafPad or whatever editor you're wanting to use. And the terminal is calling for Xterm, and I changed that to LX terminal. Alright, so you need to make sure you do that. You can open this and do some basic editing. Right here, the command, change that to PCman FM, blah blah blah. And now it should open PCman FM. Oh, such file or directory. Maybe I need to reconfigure. Or maybe I didn't edit it right. I don't know. PCman FM. Okay. Alright, wanted to come back in real quick. I just realized why that didn't work when I edited the menu. I left this little dot right there, little period. Alright, let me fix that. Save it. And now it should open PCman FM. Hooray! So there you go. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.